guys, I just want to do a quick tour of my garden. And I don't know whether you remember the wildflowers that I planted here. These are 4 o'clocks. They haven't bloomed yet, but they're just about ready to. And some more wildflowers. And this is my mint back here that I'm going to start drying out. This is cilantro that I let go to seed. It was just a volunteer from last year. And also this is some dill that has gone to seed that I'm just going to let it do its thing. And over here I have tomatoes in pots all along down here. They are doing quite well. Now I had planted some seeds that were not doing good. Here you can see this is my okra that is still not, it's perked up a little bit, still not doing good. Put a few peas back there to climb up the trellis. And I planted some romaine lettuce here that I got from a nursery because I didn't really think I was going to get much. I had planted some lettuce in a bed back in the back that didn't do well. I think it wasn't getting enough sun, so I just bought these plants and put them in, and they're doing quite well. And if you can remember, ooh, look at here, little beetle. But if you can remember, I had started all of these here tomatoes in the house. They were not doing a good, and all of a sudden they decided to take off after we had bought plants. But we're gonna have a lot of tomatoes. I did harvest my garlic. It wasn't as large as I would have liked, but I harvested. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna put here. I have Swiss chard that something is starting to eat up. This is some cabbage, kale, and collards, who are just about done. I've harvested most of those. More tomatoes, and the hostas are loving all this rain we've been getting. More tomatoes over here. Nasturtiums that didn't do very well. I don't understand. I think it was just too much water. These are some more of the tomato plants that I had planted by seed. Not doing good. But, and also I put an herb, this was going to be my herb garden. So far it's not doing well. I think it's too much water, too much shade, a lot of mushrooms growing up in there. But I'm going to work with it a little more. Now this is one of my tomato plants that I planted from seed that didn't do well. I put it in this pot and it's just taken off. And this lettuce up here is just, ugh. I really surprised that it grew so large. It wasn't doing well, so I just put it back here and it looked like it's doing okay. This bed I have more kale, more collards, and here I got some curly kale that I just planted. Now I had planted beets down here and they didn't do well in this spot at all. I think the collards and the kale got too large. And it really wasn't getting enough sun, so I'll know for next year. This is some Brussels sprouts. Never planted these before. Gonna see how they do. Pepper plant, I think, is getting a little too much water. The leaves are turning yellow. And my peas here, they got the little, got a couple here, but they are not doing the greatest. They got, what is this little fungus? This white powdery stuff. But I get a few off of it. We've just been getting so much water. Potatoes are doing great. I think they love the water. They're coming all out of the container here, the raised bed. This is a watermelon that I have planted here that's looking pretty good. I have a squash that have the little fungus on the leaves. I'm gonna try, I think someone used peroxide, diluted, and I'm gonna try that. Put it on here, but I have quite a few flowers down there. Now over here, these are potatoes that I tried them in the pot, the grow bag. I mean, I really hadn't planted them in a grow bag before, but they have gotten so large. I hope I got potatoes in there. Another tomato plant growing very good. Back there in those pots, I had planted some flowers in here. I'm not sure whether this is one or not. It was a butterfly, I can't remember the full name, but didn't do well. Watermelon in here, eggplant that got a little bitty one coming on down here, but the plant itself's not looking so good. These are pole beans here that I keep trying to train up this little trellis here, and they're looking pretty good. I thought they would be doing a lot better. This is another watermelon plant, and here I have an eggplant plant. Never grown eggplant. This is my first time, but that one's doing pretty good. So, okay, on this end, I have cucumbers that are growing like crazy. And this other pot where I have potatoes, they're growing all out the pot also. So, hopefully I'll have some potatoes in there soon. These here are sweet potatoes that I'm trying to grow up this trellis. No, these are the sweet potatoes. This is another, I'm not sure what this is. It's some kind of a bean. I'm not sure. It was a volunteer, so I'll see soon what it is. But these here are sweet potatoes. They're looking pretty good. For some reason, this little one here didn't grow so well. A couple of carrots, but the potatoes kind of drowned them out, so I gave up on them. This is sorrel that I planted here. I am not that fond of it. I probably won't plant it again. I mean, it's okay, but they kind of taste like turnips, and that's not one of my favorites. And here I have, I'm assuming that's a turnip. This was a volunteer. This is my bed right over in here. I have asparagus. So that's why it looks a little empty, because the asparagus are all gone, but then these turnips volunteered in here. More sweet potatoes. This one is growing quite well in the bag. My first time putting it in a grow bag also, but it looks pretty good. And these are my potatoes that went crazy. They've come all out the bed. Before they didn't do this, so they're almost time to start harvesting these, but I'm gonna give it a little while longer. More tomatoes. This is my sunflower that doesn't look very happy, but I hope I get some flowers on it. And another plant that I started from seed, tomato plant. I tell everybody that these tomatoes are my mystery tomatoes, because I put little signs on them and all the writing washed away. So I'm not sure what kind of tomatoes they are. I'll know when they start producing fruit. So I think that may be about all. Raspberries, I did get quite a few, but the leaves are really turning yellow on them. So I don't know whether because too much water or what. And then I have a lot of them that like didn't turn red. Part of them is still like a white. I don't know whether that's some type of fungus. Oh, but the ones that are ripe are so good. Nice and sweet. I could have breakfast out here. Well, that's about all. I just wanted to do a quick little update on what's been happening. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. This is Lady P, and I'm out.